Greetings, esteemed viewers. In May, a press release was issued for wireless automatic charging of autonomous EV allowed for charging facilities under regulatory sandbox. The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy published the press release concerning the regulatory sandbox approval for the automatic wireless charging function. Under the Enforcement Decree of Act on the Promotion of Development and Distribution of Eco-Friendly Vehicles, only the wired charging is allowed for the charging facilities of the eco-friendly vehicles installed in an exclusive parking area for eco-friendly vehicles. However, the Industrial Convergence Regulatory Special Review Committee approved wireless automatic charging for autonomous EVs through the regulatory sandbox in the mobility sector, considering user benefits and the efficiency of charging infrastructure. The Korea Automotive Technology Institute Consortium will demonstrate fully automatic valet parking and wireless charging using 10 kW level charging technology. In June, meeting minutes were issued for recall in 2025. Mollet held a meeting with manufacturers to discuss the measures for improving the current recall system. Mollet clarified the timing for notifying purchasers of defect rectification, shared a plan to establish the real-time system for managing rectification history, and presented measures to improve the rectification rate. Mollet will launch a pilot project to use OTA for recall notification in collaboration with Hyundai, Kia, and BMW Korea. In addition, Mollet will assess the manufacturer's after-sales management for grading. In May, a bill proposal was proposed for Act for the Management of Used Batteries and Industry Development. This bill seeks to establish the legal framework for the management and development of the used battery industry, based on the bill proposed for MVMA, Bill number 9416, March 27, 2025. The bill defines the business operators for sales, remanufacturing, reuse, and recycling of used batteries, in line with other bills. In addition, the bill establishes the requirements for performance evaluation, safety inspection, and periodic safety inspection, and specifies the certification system for production, use, and content ratio of recycled raw materials. The bill mandates MOE to set the target content ratio of recycled raw materials in batteries in consultation with MODI. In June, a bill proposal was proposed for Special Act for Autonomous Driving Mobility Industry Ecosystem. This bill seeks to promote the industry ecosystem for autonomous driving mobility. The bill presents support measures of MODI and the responsibilities for the business operators of autonomous driving mobility. The manufacturer of autonomous driving mobility shall submit autonomous driving mobility data, hereinafter, data, to the Autonomous Driving Mobility Promotion Agency, hereinafter, agency, if joining pilot operations or demonstration projects. The manufacturer may receive subsidies for costs of data submission. The agency may establish a platform for trading and distribution of the data. In addition, the MODI will cooperate with overseas testing and certification organizations for mutual recognition agreements and support for demonstration/testing. In June, a draft was drafted for KMBS STP on transmission position under pull side impact test and etc. Mollet updates the revision draft presented in May 2024, especially with regard to KMBS STP Annex 4 equivalent standards for test reports for imported vehicles. Annex 4 additionally includes equivalence items for towing device, engine power, field of view, etc., which were omitted in the previous draft presented in May 2024. The draft seeks to prevent confusion among the vehicle manufacturers of imported vehicles subject to Annex 4. In June, a draft was drafted for for vehicle registration. MVMA requires the manufacturers to notify the purchaser of the defect rectification history when selling a vehicle. However, the timing, method, and format of notification are not clearly defined, which causes confusion for the manufacturers and purchasers. To address this, the revision requires the manufacturers to issue the certificates of notification on defect rectification history to purchasers. Since the current certificate of notification confirms the history of return or defect, transport damage, etc., only, the revision presents a new certificate that confirms defect rectification history. In May, a promulgation was promulgated for ENF Decree of Act for vehicle accident compensation. This revision to the decree provides vehicle owners with vehicle insurance discounts if the vehicle is equipped with real-time video recording devices for identifying accident causes, such as dashcams and pedal cams. In line with Mollett's plans to address accidents caused by pedal errors, the Regulation for Certification and Investigation, Mollett Noti, number 2025-009, promulgated on 2025 January 9th, provides 50% reduction in the penalty surcharge if a dedicated pedal cam is newly developed and released. Despite the reduction of penalty surcharge and insurance discount, the vehicle manufacturer still raises concerns over the government's approach to promoting the pedal cam installation, since this may be interpreted by the public as an official acknowledgement of sudden unintended acceleration.
In June, a promulgation was promulgated for regulation for test procedures of manufactured vehicles on EV testing protocol. The revised regulation clarifies the test procedures for measuring EV driving range with a full charge in cold temperature. It also improves the procedures for vehicle preconditioning single-cycle/multi-cycle EV driving range tests.
The test procedures for vehicle preconditioning are aligned with the regulation on TP for E and GHG. A variable speed cooling fan with the vehicle hood shall be closed during the driving test. The manufacturer may use the voltage and current data identified from the manufacturer's vehicle network if it is not possible to measure the voltage and current due to structural or safety reasons, and the vehicle network data has been verified as reliable. The traction battery shall be charged within 2 hours after the completion of the test. If the EV is equipped with a fully automatic heater, the EV driving range and cold temperature under the multi-cycle test shall be measured with the heater operating automatically at 22 degrees Celsius. In this case, the cold temperature correction factors of 0.89 for city mode and 0.92 for highway mode shall apply, which is Korean unique.